Okay, hello everyone. So we have a challenge video today, and this one's going to be a little bit different. So Will had the idea to do an art challenge together. So basically, he's going to pick some supplies, and then we're both going to create an art. We're both going to create an art journal page together. And then at the end of the video, we're hoping that you guys in the comments below will vote for your favourite. Vote for me, vote for me. And and so everyone's going to vote for you.
If you think me, write Messi.
Funny. So, yeah, we're going to do an art journal page together. Will's got his art journal somewhere, and I'll pick one of mine. But to make it a little more of a challenge, Will's going to pick the supplies that I can use. So we're going to both set out our supplies. He's got some textures. And then he's going to pick the supplies that I can use. And then we're both going to create something. And then we'll see how we go. This is going to be interesting. We're going to see how we go. All right. So he's going to pick some supplies and we'll be right back.
The last colour.
Last colour. Am I allowed to use stamps or stencils? You're making it a little hard for me. I'm a little concerned.
And you get to pick what you want out of this.
Okay, I can work with that. I think I can work with that. All right.
Only one thing though.
One thing. Okay. I can work with that. All right. So, I was able to pick two things out of the box, which was an old kit. So, I picked some of this die cut paper. And I picked a stencil, but he has told me that I'm only allowed to use two things on the stencil, which I think is very fair. Alright, so my supplies are... I'll turn this around. Supplies, I've got 2 inks, I've got a Stabilo oil pencil, I have a Sharpie, some paper, and a stencil. And he's picked 6 things each.
No, you've got a Sharpie too.
Yeah. And then he's got a pencil, a pen, and a selection of...
1, 2.
No, that's not something. That's just an ink block.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
7.
No, I don't need the pencil. I've got this one.
Okay.
So we've got 6 things each. Will chose his own. So let's see what he creates. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's give this a go. All right, hello everyone. So hi.
Hi.
So we're getting stuck into our pages. So Will has, what are you doing? Your
10 mil. Subscriber thingy-majiggy.
So he's making a 10 million subscribers page. Subscribers doesn't fit, so we give him a bit of leeway and we let him start again. Me, I am starting by adding some ink to my page using my 2 colours. It was Postbox Red and Calypso Teal in the shimmer spray, which was a bit different. I don't actually tend to use the shimmer spray as much. I got them in a kit once. And then I am adding in some of that die cut paper just to add something to my background. And what are you doing at the moment?
Well, yeah, just doing the bunch of scribble block thingies, whatever, yeah.
Scribble block thingies, I love it. I actually really like Will's background. It turned out really cool. I wouldn't mind letting him do it to one of my art journal pages so I could turn it into a background. I think it'd be pretty cool. So I'm just adding some gesso. We did add 3 things. We added black gesso, white gesso, and some glue that we could both use, but that was mostly for my benefit because Will didn't really end up using it. But Will did swap from the Crayola textures to some Tombos because he wanted to get some water reactive drips, and he didn't realize that the Crayolas didn't do that. So he goes over that with some Tombow markers, and then he's going to spray it with some water to get some really cool drips happening. So I struggled with my limited supplies. I am not a limited supply kind of person. So I'm trying really hard. I'm using my Stabilo oil pencil. About halfway through this, Will decided to add that we had to use every supply that had been pulled out, didn't you, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, I do end up using everything anyway. But yeah, I struggled. I really did. So I'm just adding some black shapes and just some scribbles with the Stabilo oil pencil. And then I write art because, you know me, I need to have a focal image. But I did struggle with not having a stamp or a cutout or something, so I had to write my own focal image. But then I remembered the Sharpie. I was using the Stabilo All pencil, which wasn't quite working for me. Then I remembered the Sharpie, and as per Will's stipulation, I had to use it, so I used that to write art. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did. Will was still going, weren't you, buddy? He was outlining his drips, and he's just started to colour his page, so I thought I might as well keep going and do another page. Same set of supplies. So I've just sprayed my background with the Calypso Teal using my heat gun, which Will thought meant I was cheating, but I was just drying my page. Totally wasn't cheating, was it?
I'll give it a fine.
Okay. And then
Police patrol.
Using my Stabilo All pencil just around the border, just to give it some interest and some detail. What are you doing right now, buddy?
Yeah, colouring all of this. You know, blob thingies I was talking about earlier. Yeah, them.
You are so your mother's child. Blob thingies. I love it. So he's made this awesome background with his pencil and sectioned it off into bits and pieces. And now he's colouring in those sections with the collection of greens and blues that he's picked out. So it ends up being a really cool background. It's very impressive. So now I'm using that stencil again, and as per Will's stipulation, I was only allowed to use 2 things on it, so I used one pattern and now I'm just using those cogs. And I decided to add some words to the middle of it, but it's about here that I forget to flip the page back around to make it easy so that both of us could fit in the frame. I only had one page of my journal in frame, so to work on this page I flipped my art journal upside down, and then I forgot, so these 2 pages are upside down together. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, so now I'm just adding a few little doodles here and there with my Stabilo All pencil. And by now I've run out of ideas with my limited supplies. And yeah, Will's gonna keep going. He put a lot of work into his background, didn't you, buddy? And yeah, I'm almost done, so he's gonna keep going. But we have sped this up. I think it was about 20 minutes maybe doing our pages. So like we mentioned before, this was Will's brainchild, and we're going to use this as this week's challenge video. I'm not quite sure how we can turn it into a challenge for everyone else. Maybe get someone else to pick some supplies for you. You can... So if you haven't watched the videos before, every week, which has been lacking a little bit, but every week we try and do a challenge. I try and do a challenge based on a challenge out of the challenge jar. How many times can you say challenge in a sentence? We pull a challenge out of we pull a challenge out of the jar, and then I do a page or something based on that prompt, and then I challenge you to do the same thing. So we put a bit of a twist on it this week, and this challenge was by Will's design. So to do an art journal page together with the supplies that he picked. So that's what we could do. You could get someone else to pick 5 supplies or 5 to 10 supplies for you, and you have to create a page, an art journal page or a scrapbook page using those supplies. So that's the challenge for you this week. And as always, all the details will be in the description below, and there will be a hashtag in the description below as well, so you can follow and play along on Instagram. So yes, please do play along. Alright, so let's show our pages. So Will did this, and I had to do 2 because he was a bit slow, and I accidentally did one upside down. So I did this one. This is the one I originally started with, and then I continued on with this one. So, alright, in the comments below, vote for whose you like more.
Messy for me and...
Me for me. Just write my name for me. He wants you to write Messi for his name if you vote for him, because he's a Messi fan. And yeah, just write my name.
Does it still say Messi?
Yes, it still says Messi. And just write my name if you vote for me.
Wait, don't write Messi in M-E-S-S-Y. Write it M-E-S-S-I.
As in the soccer player. So, let us know what you think of our video. We had a lot of fun doing it, didn't we? It was all Will's brainchild. It was all his idea. He picked the supplies, everything. So, yeah, today's challenge video. Let us know what you think. Bye for now.
Bye.